going on, y'all? Welcome back to Tammy Talk. So we are here tonight to talk Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 16, weighing the decision. So tonight is the couple days before decision day. They're meeting with friends and family to kind of talk out whatever thoughts, doubts, fears, whatever they have in their head about what they should do on decision day. So let's get right into it. But before we start, if you are brand new to my channel or if you are back for fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time and you still have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead, hit the subscription button. I am less than 100 subscribers away from 1,000. Plus you want to subscribe so that you don't miss anything from the next week's episode. So hit the subscribe button. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel so that way you are ready, locked and loaded to go, and then you won't miss any more of my videos. So let's get started because Rachel and Jose did a lot for kind of. I have a lot of notes for them for some reason. Maybe I was writing big, but let's see. So Rachel starts off by meeting with a friend of hers. She said that Jose is kind of everything she wanted in a guy. She really has no complaints. She said there are a lot of pros and just a few cons. I think her biggest con is that he does not listen and that he has a temper. So we have seen all the clips of Rachel constantly saying that Jose doesn't listen. And then in turn, her feeling like his temper. So the temper came out when he locked her out of the house. Right before he locked her out of the house, you know, him saying get the F out, him saying he was going to throw the wedding ring at her. Like, that was a lot that night. And it makes you wonder what would have happened if nobody was there. What would have happened if production wasn't there? You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much that could have gone wrong. And I feel like Rachel has every reason to kind of feel away and to kind of feel a little bit nervous in regards to that. So Rachel was telling her friend how they have the note cards on the refrigerator, and her friend was like, you don't need a note card to, remember not to lock your wife out the house. And I agree. I feel like you shouldn't need note cards to know how to be a decent human being. You shouldn't have to put note cards up on the refrigerator for you to remember to be nice to me, for you to remember to be kind to me, for you to remember not to fucking lock me out the house. You know what I mean? So, but then Rachel's friend tells her too, don't lose yourself within this man. You know what I mean? Don't compromise so much of yourself to where you don't know who you are anymore. And I think that is one of Rachel's biggest things that's actually going to happen if she does decide to stay married to Jose, because she's coming across as very naive. And she even mentioned that she hopes that she's not becoming too naive. But no, you are, girl, because you're taking what this man is saying kind of at face value, and he hasn't done anything to really back that up, to prove to you that, he's really changed his behavior. So Jose meets up with a friend of his, and he said that some of the pros of Rachel is that she's a sports fan, she cooks, she cleans, like he feels like they're in a partnership together. He said one of his cons is like her being faithful and then the communication. Jose, stop it. Stop bringing up this faithful bullshit. She said she cheated back in the day with somebody. Jose is acting like she went out and cheated on him in their current marriage. I'm sick of him bringing that up. Like, I get that Jose has some kind of daddy issues because his father cheated on his mom, but it's like you can't bring that into every single relationship. Like, there was absolutely, Rachel has given you no reason not to trust her. Now, I get a point of contention for him is that she chose to go to her ex's house. But you know what? You shouldn't have locked the door. Now, I do think that Rachel, was there no one else you could call? Like, where was this? Where's the friend that you sat with today? Where are your siblings? Where are your parents? Like, was there really nobody at all that you could call to come pick you up? But I also feel like that's just kind of a Jose, you brought that on yourself. You put yourself into that situation. You put your wife into that situation. So one thing I have noticed. Oh, before that, so then he tells his friend he's worried about her like up and leaving when things get rough. And again, Jose never tells the full story. So he's telling his friend that after they got into it, when Rachel told him the next day that, she couldn't be his wife, she wanted to get a divorce, he was shocked. Why are you shocked, Jose? Did you hear the way you talked to her the night before? And see, Jose leaves out bits and pieces when he tells stories because he wants to make it seem as if he was completely in the right and Rachel was just being so over the top and he just doesn't understand. Uh-oh. Why? And he just doesn't understand, why things are going the way that they're going. What is going on? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Why he doesn't understand, and he just doesn't understand why things are going the way that they're going with her. And it's like, well, you're. Sorry, my other video is not loading. And it's like, so he ends up telling people these, he's giving them half the story. And then he does it in a way so that his friend is like taking kind of her side. And it's like, okay. So then they have they when they're at the group dinner, there's really not a whole lot that goes on between them. I don't remember them saying too much about what they've learned from each other, but it wasn't anything that's like really worth mentioning. If you guys feel that there is, just kind of leave a comment down below. So then they're at their last dinner together, and Jose acknowledges that he does not listen, right? Jose and Rachel said that. I'm sorry, that's Rachel. Jose acknowledges he does not listen, and it's something that he's trying to work on more and get better at doing. Rachel knows that they don't communicate well. She's a person that she likes to handle things right away, whereas Jose is someone who likes to calm down first and then deal with the situation later. He's not someone that likes to just kind of go full steam ahead because he knows that he's going to react brashly or say something that he might regret later. So there's Rachel is saying how when she's looking for someone looking for qualities in a partner, she wants someone that is going to want to travel with her. Like she wants to take a big trip every other year. She mentions Thailand and Switzerland. Like to her, that's her love language. She loves traveling. She said something that requires a 9 or 10 hour flight. Jose, on the other hand, says that, we grew up poor. We didn't have any money. So some of our best trips, yes, our best trips are as, driving to this like landmark in Texas and driving, we can go to Vegas, we can go to New York. Rachel said, domestic traveling is great, but to her, domestic travel is not going to be considered one of the big trips. And she is like stressing that, and Jose is like, yeah, we can, drive all over the state. Jose doesn't want to travel, and I'm kind of wondering why. Is Jose scared of traveling? Is Jose, because there are people that are scared to go out of the country. They don't want to go out of the country. They don't want to go overseas. So, like, is that a point of contention for Jose? And I wish Rachel would kind of ask him that, there has to be something outside of the fact that he doesn't want to spend the money on it, because Vegas is expensive. So I'm just wondering, like, why? What really is it that or is it because you don't want to travel because it's not your idea? And Jose gives me, the vibe of someone that if it's not his idea, he doesn't want to do it, and that's very unfortunate. So Rachel thinks that they can. Oh, so Jose said that he's a person that when he thinks back and he looks at people on social media, the people that are traveling and living life that way, those are all single people. And Rachel was like, no, those are things that you do when you're married. Those are things that I want to do with my husband. And Jose just keeps kind of going and being roundabout about it, kind of basically hinting that he don't want to do it. He's not willing to compromise, and he's just kind of like talking through her almost when they're talking about it. So it's like he's not even really taking the time to listen to her, and it's kind of weird. So there last night, they're at home in bed together in the apartment, and Rachel is saying how she doesn't, like Jose said he feels confident in what he wants to say on decision day. Rachel on the other hand says that she won't really know what she wants to do or how she feels about anything until she's at home and she's in her bed by herself and she's able to go to sleep and then wake up and kind of think about what she wants to do. Um Honestly, I feel like Rachel was going to say no and Jose is going to say yes. Jose does once again like kind of apologizes for locking her out and then the argument that happened the next day. But I just kind of feel like it's kind of too little too late for that because for one, you locked her out. Two, you heard that woman knocking on the door. Three, you chose to be an ass about it the next day when she was trying to tell you why she was upset about it. And then four, when you guys finally had your meetup, you still didn't want to apologize. Like you were very adamant on not apologizing to your wife for locking her out of your apartment and telling her to go fuck herself. Rachel, I just feel like, girl, do not move into that man's apartment. I mean, don't move into that man's house because the moment y'all get into an argument, you're going to come home, your stuff is going to be laid out. Don't travel with that man overseas because the moment that you do something or say something that he doesn't like, he's going to fly back and leave your ass there. Don't do it. Don't put your money together with this man. Jose is not ready to be married. But let me know how you guys felt about the episode. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Jump into the comments, y'all. Let's go and get it cracking tonight. See y'all in the next one.